welcome to the stream. Hooray, everything loaded. So, after all of that grinding and a lot of off-screen grinding, we finally have enough Lotro points to purchase a steed or mount. So, I'm going to set up some nice background music and then we'll get going. Alright, here we go. So, I will get into the game now. I'm gonna have the game audio off because it can be a little disruptive. So, first things first, we're gonna get ourselves a steed. Alright, so I believe the first thing we have to do is take the Bree horse race horse, wherever that is, or if here we can travel for one. So we'll go from there, see what happens. Alright, we're here, so let's see if we can find ourselves a horse. We need a receipt of purchase from Aogar, son of Hodogar. Okay. Interesting. So here are all the horses, I guess, and then we buy one from him. How can I buy a mount? Here it is. So it looks like our options are chestnut, 62% speed. Interesting. They're probably all the same. Yes, I believe they're all the same. So it's just a matter of which type of horse we'd prefer. That looks pretty nice. I think we'd get this. I do like that. I think this is like the generic horse, so Giga Chad will pick up either the chestnut or the bay. I'm gonna go with the chestnut steed. Alright, we've acquired a mount skill. Alright. Let's drag this into our quick slot here. So now, let's see. We call our pony. It's named Barney. Can I change that? But here it is. It took so long. Illidris Slug Squasher. On the first horse to ever exist. Let's get a good shot of this for the thumbnail. Oh, that's so good. Let's just take a minute to admire him. and his beautimous steed. Can this just... Ah, yes. This is the perfect view. Okay. Well, now that we have him, we need to first celebrate. And therefore... Alright. Well, now that we have this steed, what I say we do is go back to Bag End, and then follow the journey that the Fellowship took in The Lord of the Rings. I think that sounds like as good a plan as any, so I'll just mute myself and ride on back. Alright, I had enough of lo-fi, so we're gonna switch to some jazz now. But we are at bag end. So what I'm gonna do right now, actually, is get Lord of the Rings, the actual book, open, and I'm going to figure out where we're gonna want to go to start following the story. One other thing is I'm not going to use the map. I will use the directions, north, south, east, west, because I might need those, and reasonably the Fellowship could have figured them out, but other than that I won't be using it. And secondly, I'll be trying to do the majority of this on horseback, so that'll just make it a bit quicker and maybe more interesting. So, when we're going to start, of course, with Bilbo Baggins' 111st birthday. So, let's see, and of course, Frodo is turning 33. Alright. Let's just slide down this cliff. Scrunch on the ground. Maybe jump in this fire. No, we can't. It's too bad. Okay. Here we are. So this would be where Bilbo is giving his speech. We have a cheering audience. How nice. Let's open our silver Hobbit present for our birthday. Every day is a Hobbit's birthday. We got a massive pile of copper scrap. What? Holy crap. Wait. Actually, what is this? Can I just... What? I don't know that there's this shop guy over here. Did like multiple hours of grinding to get a horse. Okay. So let's just take a look at the book here. So the book says, let's turn the music down. Drakadahaka, welcome to the stream and thank you for following. Thank you a lot. Here's an interesting line. Hobbits give presents to other people on their own birthdays. Not very expensive ones as a rule, and not so lavishly as on this occasion, but it was not a bad system. So, we just received as our Hobbit present a massive pile of copper scraps. Now he's giving his speech according to my book here, so let's go up here and let's see. So he has his whole speech, so I'll just look at the end of it here. I regret to announce that, though as I said 11 years is far too short a time to spend among you, this is the end. I am leaving now. Goodbye. And then he disappears. So let's just simulate this. That was a beautiful speech. Thank you for that, Mr. Gigachad. You do play a great Bilbo. So now let's set this up so the music doesn't go. Okay. So, now that we've given our speech, we'll go disappear and we'll get our music back. Okay, so we'll just quick disappear up to bag end. Let's do it all sneaky like. No one will notice. Alrighty, now we've disappeared into Bag End. Now let's take another look at our book. So we'll say our badge of taste is the ring. So we must bring our badge of taste to Mordor and make Sauron like beer. So there's a long conversation about where everyone's going and Gollum and all of that. To Mordor. Almost there. Here. So now we're going to sell Bag End. So let's go talk to these Sackville Bagginses here.
Don't walk off. I need to speak with you.
What was that you said?
Don't you turn your back on me.
Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha ha. Oakley dokley. So, Frodo's plan is all arranged, and instead of Frodo bringing the ring to Mordor, Giga Chad will bring the badge of taste to Sauron himself, and he will simply walk into Mordor with no help from anyone. So let's get on our steed, as they probably did. This is not exactly a narrow plank bridge, but it is a bridge. This tree is not bordered with leaning alder trees, unless that's a leaning alder tree. But, good enough. Alright. So we want to get to Tookland, towards Green Hill Country, so we'll go further south as it suggests. This is very interesting because the map, I feel like the map of this game is very well done, but we'll see how it stacks up against the book and if we can follow the book with no map. Okay, this is a wider road, so we probably want to take this. But let's check our signs. That's Bywater. That's Tookborough, Waymeet, and Hobbiton. So I think we want to go this way because we need to get to Tookland. Yes. Southeastward. Yes, they made for the Green Hill Country, and I know for a fact that Green Hill Country is this way, because that is where I was farming bunch of bugs. Can't even remember what they were called. Okay. It says as they were climbing the first slopes, they looked back and saw the lights of Hobbiton. Let's see if the map will load in enough of Hobbiton, or if we have to go back a bit to see that. Say goodbye to Hobbiton, we won't be seeing that for a long time. Okay. Now let's look at what Frodo says. Frodo turned and waved a hand in farewell. I wonder if I shall ever look down into that valley again, he said quietly. Very nice indeed. This is a very imposing cliff. Aha. Maybe let's stay away from the stinging gnats for a moment. Here it is. The actual last look of Hobbiton. And there, far in the distance, the party. Excellent. Very good. We're sticking to the book so far. Let's just jump off this cliff. Looks like Barney can survive that just as well as we can. It says it took them another 3 hours to walking after that, but we don't exactly have 3 hours, so we'll see where we end up. Alright, so it says they climbed a slope, and just over the top of the hill they rested. What the frick just happened? 1 second. Hey. That was annoying. Killed Barney. Okay. So we'll go up here just to simulate this. This is a good amount in the trees. So they slept something in somewhere around here. Sam makes breakfast. And looks like they get going again. They set off down the hill and they haven't met a soul on the road, so we messed that bit up with the dang brigand. But looks like I think we're okay. So we'll skip by old Odo's leaf farm and go for a bit and then check our book again. Okay, we have a bridge here, so let's take a look. Okay, so here's the part where they get where the Black Rider comes. I don't know if there is a spot included in here for that. But somewhere around here. Hasbo Jangles, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. So the road bends left and goes down into the lowlands of the Yale, making for Stock, but a lane branched right, winding through a wood of ancient oak trees on its way to Woodhall. That is the way for us, said Frodo. And it's another of these hecking brigands. What is wrong with you? Okay, there's a river here. Let's check this. Here's a fork. This could be it. Let's check. Woodhall and Tookborough. Perfect. We want to go to Woodhall, as Frodo recommends. Woodhall. Now, in the book here, it says they came to a huge hulk of a tree. This one has a lot of branches, so... yes, it says the tree is missing branches, so... I don't think we can find that, yes. The lane seems much longer in the book than this, 4-second journey from the main road to Woodhall. So, perhaps the map was, you know, just a little smaller than the book, but that's okay. So, let's see. All of this is, yeah, this is all before they get to Woodhall, so somewhere along this area there are some elves in the forest, I guess. I think what actually happened is, you know, they come along the path here, right? You know, they're going sideways on the horses they don't have, and they just go sideways down here, and they're like, ooh, mushrooms! So they head on over to the mushrooms, and they eat all of the mushrooms, and it turns out there's some mushrooms they shouldn't be eating in those mushrooms, and so then they're like, oh hey, elves, and they start speaking Quenya, you know? So anyway, then they make it to Woodhall, and Giga Chad, of course, is far ahead of them. He hasn't even seen them yet, that's how far ahead he is. Alrighty, in the morning, Frodo woke refreshed. Giga Chad stays awake all of the time. Frodo says, I'm going to make for Bucklebury Ferry as quickly as possible. I'm not going out of the way back to the road. And Pippin says... shortcuts make long delays. But of course, Frodo is boss. Frodo told them to eat the mushrooms, so they must listen to Frodo. So we will make through the country, which is, not much different. Tookborough, Woodhall. Thanks. Thanks a lot, man. Now entering the Marish. It goes around the north end of the Marish. So we want to stay on the north end of this. Maybe we can go jump off a cliff as well, that's always fun. We don't want to be on the Yale height. Pippin had counted on passing the Golden Perch. So Frodo was all wrong about which way they were going, of course. Classic Frodo move. They arrived at the Stockbrook, and they must cross at once and bear right. I assume that's the Stockbrook. And now we're on a farm, so let's... Sam and Pippin start singing about drinking to drown their woes. Good. Okay, so now they come to Farmer Maggot and his field, so let's go check if this is anything of the sort. Bam Furlong. What the heck is Bam Furlong? Where are we? Almost there. Get off the road. Yes, get right onto the fields and start trampling them with my horse. Yeah, we're not going to be able to go up that, so let's follow this path and just hope this should be the correct direction. And unfortunately Barney here can't swim, so We don't want to drown him a second time. He's already been drowned and stabbed by brigands to death, so let's try to find a ferry. Aha! Aha. This looks correct. Buckleberry Ferry! Hooray! I know my geography. There's no ferry.
Please,
interesting.
stay a moment.
No, I'm fine. Actually.
Might I have a word with you?
No, you might not. Okay, so... Beautiful. Can you run this ferry? Ferry is closed till further notice. Look, man. All I want to do is... They were tampering with the equipment? Oh. Of course they were tampering with the equipment. Those guys are sus. Okay, Chapter 5, A Conspiracy Unmasked. We're just flying through this. Okay. Barney would be sent to the halls of Mandos, where he awaited his master Gigachad for many seconds until he was sent back as a herald of the Valar. Yeah, Barney is probably canonically a Maya. That would make probably the most sense. Aha! Behind loomed up the Buck Hill, and out of it, through stray shrouds of mist, shone many round windows, yellow and red. They were the windows of Brandy Hall, the ancient home of the Brandy Bucks. Okay, let's try to find Brandy Hall. That doesn't look like it. Let's check our road signs. Craft Halls. Brandy Hall. Perfect. That is where I'm headed, bruv. And I'm going to... find my milestone in case we have some troubles. Brandy Hall. Okay. We're just moving here. I hope this is right. According to our sign, we'll get to the craft halls. So theoretically, we might pass Buck Hill. After a light snack, Gigachad was on his way again. Gigachad had a necessary stop to make. No, please. I could jump in the forge at Archit. What is... it's the same problem I was having before. Gigachad can't really... He has a lot of trouble moving through open doors. So we should arrive at some form of main road. He stopped at the forge where he crafted a great frying pan to satisfy his needs. Looks like they meet Fatty Bulger first. But that's fine, we can just skip Fatty Bulger. Although, that doesn't feel right. Yes, this is Crick Hollow right here, so if we just sort of hop in here... They probably won't let us go in their house, but they can't stop us from getting on top of it. So we'll just sort of trample around and that'll be good enough, seeing as we can't get inside. Okay. Then they start singing to each other. He sprint over a mile to sound the horns of the Shire. Ah, yes. He'll do all of that, but he won't let Giga Chad into his home while riding a horse to give him more magic mushrooms. I wonder why. I don't see anything wrong with it. Okay, here it is. Frodo sat for a while and thought, "I have made up my mind," he said. "Finally, if I go through the north gate, my departure from Buckland will be known at once instead of being secret. The bridge in the east road near the borders will certainly be watched." Ah, here. But that can only mean going into the old forest, said Fredegar, horrified. Oh golly. It's so frightening. Okay. So it looks like we're just going to have to go right into the forest. I am just about out of time for now. When I can next stream, I will be going into the old forest. In reverse. Or sideways. But when I return, I will be going into the old forest. And we can continue, so we'll stop at the end of chapter 5 there. We've gotten through 140 pages of Lord of the Rings, so this might be quicker than I thought. We can do The Hobbit too. But yeah, it's going well so far. And the map seems pretty accurate, because I can follow their path just by reading the book and not using this map here. So, I mean, credit where credit's due. The Lord of the Rings Online developers did a really good job. So, that will be it for today. I'll probably mark this as a chill stream, and as always, the schedule's on the Twitch page. Thank you for the follow, Hasbo Jangles, and I will see you hopefully in the next stream, where we will be doing chapter 6.